The newest installment in the Call of Duty franchise. It's the 22nd game in the series, and it's the most groundbreaking, addicting, and life-changing game ever made. This game has revolutionized the Call of Duty series and single-handedly revitalized and revived the franchise. Everyone unanimously agrees that this is the best Call of Duty ever made, and I'm definitely not exaggerating at all whatsoever. With all new revolutionary game-changing features such as Omni Movement, which makes it possible to move in other directions and not just forwards this time. The ability to save a zombies game so you can go eat a snack mid-Easter egg.
Man, where the f*** is my save file?
And the ability to preload shaders so you can load them faster this time. You can thank us later. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is...
it's pretty good. It's definitely a Call of Duty game. I was gonna make this video a lot earlier, like a week after the game came out. However, a few things happened.
What the?
You might have noticed that it's been 3 months since I last uploaded. Yeah, that's because I had to restart from scratch. My PC decided to go on strike against me working, and I had to start over. Anyway, that's an Origins reference if you didn't get it. I've been playing Call of Duty for a while. I started with Black Ops 1 and have been playing the series ever since then. I was just a young lad on my brother's Xbox 360 playing Keener Toten and beating my pants when the dog round came, and I just shut the console off because I was so scared. But seriously, I've been playing the series for a very long time, and it holds a very special place in my heart. I've wanted to make a video about Call of Duty since before I even made a channel. In this video, it's titled, Did Black Ops 6 Save Call of Duty, or something kind of like that. I haven't made it yet, but the reason why it's titled that is because, in my opinion, Call of Duty has been slowly dying, and honestly, I feel like this started all the way back in COD Ghosts, and it wasn't so bad back then, but it really started to take a dive around Black Ops 4. But I feel like the series has taken kind of a nosedive in these last few years, and you can make excuses for that, you know, COVID and all that fun stuff that happened a while back. Honestly, I feel like Fortnite did a lot of damage to this franchise. You know, in Black Ops 4, we wouldn't have had Blackout in Black Ops 4 without the fact that, you know, Battle Royale was super popular then, and Activision wanted to, you know, get some money off of that. So they said, hey, Treyarch, we know you're working on this campaign and you're pretty much almost done with it. But yeah, how about you just scrap that idea entirely and make a shill of a Battle Royale game mode that is just half-baked and utter booty buns, because we are Activision. And we like money. But no, seriously, this game was honestly a make or break title, in my opinion. I have been slowly and steadily losing interest in this series, and honestly, every year it comes out, I'm just disappointed. I didn't even get Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, or 3. The last one I got was Cold War, and I did have fun with that, but not nearly as much fun as I used to. And I feel like that's because the game was half-baked, the multiplayer really wasn't that fun, and the zombies, while it was okay, it was missing a lot of the flavor that actually makes zombies. Like, Cold War felt like a game that had the bones to what makes a good zombies game, and yet didn't have all the extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have any of the texture, the flavor, the extra, and that's honestly kind of what B04 felt like it only had. It like didn't have the bones, but it had all the stuff that makes it look like a zombies title, but it didn't
feel like one.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 6. In case you haven't picked up on it, I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other Call of Duty players. I'm a zombies guy. Yeah, I don't really like multiplayer that much. I mean, I find it fun when I have some friends to play it with, but on my own, I'm not really a person that's going to spend hours on there. I'll sometimes grind on there if there's like double XP, or if I'm just bored of zombies and I want to do something else. You know, multiplayer can be a nice change of pace, but I really have never been someone that sticks hours into multiplayer or finds a lot of enjoyment in it. My main jam is the zombies. I do play the campaigns, you know, every time one comes out, I'll just play through the campaign once, have fun with it, and move on. But like I said, my main jam is zombies. I have put
a ridiculous amount of hours into Black Ops 2 and 3, even a lot into 4. Cold War, I think I played Cold War more than 4, which is weird. What I'm saying is that my opinion on this game really comes down to how the zombies is. I don't care about the multiplayer in the campaign, so we're just gonna talk about the zombies because I need to get this video out as soon as possible and move on to my next thing. But this game came out with 2 maps, Terminus and Liberty Falls. Sorry, I get it mixed up a little bit. Liberty Falls is a simple, almost town-like map. It's literally, it's a small town, and you run around, you get your perks, you pack a punch, you shoot zombies. It's just, you know, your regular simple map for the casual player. And honestly, I feel like this map got a lot of hate before it even came out, you know, when they were just showing it at like the COD Expo thing, and people were like, oh, this map, it looks like they just straight ripped something from multiplayer. And I understand the concern there. I was concerned too. However, I had kind of a feeling that we weren't getting to see everything that the map had to offer, and that turned out to be true. The Easter egg really does help to bring something special to this map, I think. I honestly feel like this map is just town from BO2, but better, with some upgrades, you know? I don't think this map is bad in any way. I actually think this map is probably just like, it's like a B/A tier map. It's fun, it's good for camo grinding, and it's super easy, and anybody that's just starting out with zombies, I mean, if this is their first game, this is a phenomenal map to start with. Like, the Easter egg is super easy, and with the guided mode, it's perfect. And also, the jet gun.
Oh my goodness.
I remember I used to pray for days like this. I remember, literally, I used to talk to my friends about, man, the jet gun could have been such a good one weapon if it just didn't fall apart in transit. You know, if it was, literally, I just say if it was like the one we have in Liberty Falls, it would be a good weapon. And look, we got it, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. I love it. But that's really all I can say about Liberty Falls. There's not a lot to the map. Terminus, on the other hand, is a big old fat juicy map. She thick, she cute, she bad. You know what I'm saying? She got a squid in. No, but seriously, when I saw Terminus first, I was like, this looks like it's gonna be some good. This looks like we're about to eat good, and we did eat good when this map came out. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The wonder weapon's great. I can't even remember what it's called because I'll tell you later. The Easter egg is awesome. The boss fight is like, dude, they're learning. It feels like they have learned, you know, from previous games. Like, I remember the boss fights in Black Ops 3. I don't even think I did the Black Ops 4 ones. I watched them on YouTube. Good old Waffle Man. Watched him do it, and I was like, yeah, that's good enough. I think I tried the 9 Easter egg like one time. I got to the step where you have to take the special zombies and like shoot them near a tree that has the color of the zombie on it, and I died, and I just said, yeah, that's about enough. And I never came back to it and tried again. Someday I will finish the Easter eggs on that game. I have finished the Easter eggs on Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. But Black Ops 4, I think I only did Dead of the Night, and that's the only Easter egg that I really completed. But the boss fight in this map with the giant tentacle squid man is pretty good. It's simple. You just shoot at him, and you gotta avoid getting hit by his stuff. Honestly, I died the first time I did it. I almost beat him, but I did die, and I failed, and I had to redo the Easter egg the first time I did it. Anyway, the map itself is really good, but something I was really worried about in this game was the story and whether it was going to interest me. Yes, I'm a nerd with this. I actually do care about the zombie storyline, as dumb as that is. It's a nonsense story that's just really goofy and stupid. It's not goofy in the context of what's going on, but it is just like, they're just making it up as they go. There's not really anything that sticks or that's like super logical or sensible. Like, it's not a super deep, intense story that's gonna emotionally grip you. But still, I remember, liking the Premise crew, Nikolai, Dempsey, Takio, and Richtofen. They're really cool characters that you just, I don't know, it's any other character that I've ever played in a zombies map has not gripped me or made me, actually like them as much as those 4 did. And I can't even think of why that is, other than the fact that they're the funniest crew, in my opinion. They're the least annoying and the most funny. What I was worried about was these new characters,
And the fact that, I mean, in Cold War, I could not care less about the story when I was playing in Cold War. I mean, the big problem with it was that you were playing as operators and not as actual characters that you could, learn about and feel kind of invested in. In this game, that has changed. There are 4 characters, that are unique to the story. Voice crack. That are unique to the story. You got Weaver, you got Maya, and the other 2. That sentence should describe the problem with this crew. Yeah, the other 2 characters, I know nothing about them. They are just very generic, and I feel like they really need more characterization. Maya has been, I feel like, almost the most characterized. I mean, in both maps, we're gonna get to Citadel Day more later. She has her own cutscene in that map and her own cutscene in Terminus. So I'm not even gonna talk about what happened in Liberty Balls with that guy that was stuck there and then he switched places with you. Random operator number 7 does not matter to me. I'm not invested in what happened to him. Honestly, I am curious about Panos and what he's gonna turn into, who he's gonna be in this story, but still, I don't really care. Didn't strike any emotion other than, who is this guy and what's he doing? But with Terminus, the 2 cutscenes that are in there, well, 3, the most intriguing one was the one with Maya, where she has to, spoiler alert, kill her brother, who was turned into this weird creature by bad people. Anyway, he was turned into this monster. She kills him. It's like, oh, it's emotional, she's sad. But it did intrigue me into, feeling like, hey, they're developing something around here. There's some character writing. They're putting some care into this story, and there's something to actually, be curious about. I thought it was interesting. Weaver is another character where his lines in the game where he talks about like going crazy in prison, like in the other game he seemed a lot more normal. In this game he seems like literally the prison experience has made him go a little bad, which is cool. It's interesting. It's a development of a character where, they changed in a way, and it's interesting. But like I said, I really want to see them do more with the other 2 characters. I don't even know their names right now. We're gonna call them British female number 1 and guy with beanie. British female and guy with beanie are, I don't know anything about them. Honestly, I probably just need to listen to their quotes or play as them more, but still, I just put them in a few more cutscenes, make them say a few more interesting things. Give us something about their character, give us something to grab onto. What do they want? What are their goals? What are they doing this for? It can't just be for a revenge because they're in this group and the group was betrayed, so they're gonna do what the group is doing. That's not exactly intriguing. Anyway, Terminus and Liberty Balls, to rate those, I'd give Liberty Falls, I'll just give it a B. Just straight up a B. It's a good map, not a great map. I'm hoping to see better. Anyway, Terminus, I give it an A. It's got a cool Easter egg. It's got a good map design, a good wonder weapon. The only thing that I really don't like about this map, the boss zombies. I cannot stand the amalgamation. He has a ridiculous amount of health. He's just such a bullet sponge, it's absurd. And that grab move that he does where he can pretty much, he can one-shot you if you don't have any shield, but it's ridiculous with the range that he has with that thing, and then him being a bullet sponge at the same time, and it doesn't matter if you hit him in his weak spots, the little skulls on him, like, he'll take like 5 clips sometimes, depending on the gun that you're using, and then they'll spawn in like 3 of them on when you get into higher rounds. If they just gave him less health or took some range away from his grab move, he'd be way better in my opinion. I'd really like it if they just took some of his health away. But the other boss, the Mangler, why is he back again? I don't understand why they like the Mangler so much. Whatever, like, I remember in Cold War it was cool when they brought him back at first, we hadn't seen him since Black Ops 3 and we were like, wow, cool, the Mangler. And then they just keep adding him in. Why? We don't care. Yeah, he's neat. He's not that cool. Make something new. Now this map, this might just be the best zombies map we've had since Black Ops 3. I'm saying it, folks. I got my hands up. Absolute cinema. This Call of Duty Zombies masterpiece has 4 elemental swords. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the 4 elemental staffs from Origins. Zooey mama. This is a good map. No, but seriously, Citadel de Mor is awesome. I think we were lied to about it being bigger than Terminus. I don't know who said that, but they need to, somebody needs to light their pants on fire. Citadel de Mor feels like a map that could have came out during the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 era, and that's why I think it's such a good map. The wonder weapons, the Easter egg, all the little details in the map, and it's just, you can feel a certain type of quality in this map that we haven't felt, in my opinion, since Black Ops 3. Terminus came close, but it only came as close as the Black Ops 4 maps ever did. I honestly don't have anything that I would mark as a flaw on this map, other than it being in this game itself. Hello, hi. Been a minute, hasn't it? This part of the review is post honeymoon phase. Yeah. My thoughts and opinions have changed, and honestly, this video has taken too long, and it won't be of any use to anybody unless I put this part in the video. What I want to do is, because I've given my during honeymoon phase opinions on the game in the previous section, I want to now give my post honeymoon opinions on the video game that is Black Ops 6. I've got some gripes to gripe with. First of all, I don't think this is a bad game. I actually think that it is decent. It is a Call of Duty that, I mean, it's better than Cold War. It's better than Black Ops 4. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's better than any of the other Black Ops games, but it's definitely better than any of the Modern Warfares or whatever that one World War II game. I don't know. It's just I don't even acknowledge that thing's existence. But although I do think the game is good, I don't think it's any better than good. It's right around a C tier, B tier area. It struggles to even reach B. I've played more of the campaign. The campaign's alright. It's a Call of Duty campaign. What do you expect? Multiplayer, I just don't care about it. It's been the same since Modern Warfare 2019. It feels the exact same as that game did, and I'm guessing it will continue to feel the exact same for however long they want to do this COD HQ thing. And the COD HQ thing, or the Warzoneification, is something that honestly weighs heavy on the feeling of this game. Like, my enjoyment of this game is actually, it is tainted by the fact that the unique, back in the day, every Call of Duty, for the most part, had a unique identity. It felt like a completely different game than the last. You look at Black Ops 1, and look at Black Ops 2, and look at Cold War, and then look at B06. There's a problem here, and the problem is that they lack identity. They have some identity of their own, as in, I mean, Cold War was in the 80s, this is in the 90s. They definitely have a little bit of flavor, but it's like you're also having the same exact HUD and menus and overlays, and just, this game might as well have just been DLC. And honestly, with the amount of content that's in this game, pricing it at $70 and just advertising it as a DLC, it would have been like the greatest DLC ever. But of course, Activision needs their money. They still would have had the same amount of money. Either way, what I'm saying is this game does not feel unique. It doesn't look unique. It doesn't have anything that makes it stand out. Whoever is the graphic designer, I mean, they probably just fired him as soon as he made Modern Warfare 2019 and just kept the same design ever since. All these stupid boxes around everything where you'll have an item on the ground, a drop, and it'll be outlined in a blue neon color or a green neon color, and then yet they feel the need to have, when we walk up to it and approach it, it has to have a giant ugly box around it with the color that the neon light around it was, and it has to have a picture of the item that you're looking at in the box, and it has to describe the item and have the name of the item. And I don't need all that. Just have a thing that says press X to pick up. Just a simple line like you used to in the other games. I don't need a picture of the thing that I'm looking at on the ground. Right? It's stupid and it's ugly, and it looks very cheap, and like you didn't take any time to give this game a unique feeling or design at all. It feels like the basicest of coding and creating a box on the screen. It looks yuck. And that goes for a lot of things in this game and in these past 6 games. It looks gross now. In Modern Warfare 2019 it kind of worked because it was a modern military aesthetic. Cold War it worked a little bit because it had that like neon around everything, ugly 80s look. But now specifically in this game, you've just taken everything from Cold War and put it into this game, and it just doesn't even match with the vibe you're going for of this like 90s feel. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But those are really, I mean, as far as I can think of, the problems that I have with the game that I just didn't say in the first part, at least, that were in the game back then. That there's new stuff that's in the game now that I really want to complain about. And let's start that by talking about the newest map. What are we doing, dog? Like, this map is so just, it feels they literally just took a bunch of stuff, threw it in a blender and puked it out on us. And this map feels generated, like generative, you know what I'm saying? But there's just so many things that don't make sense of why it's here and what the idea behind it was. Like, everything Origins, like, I understand that it's a dig site, and I guess they're just trying to build hype around it, but there's absolutely nothing, like, lore-wise that has to do with Origins. You got the Ice Staff, the Origins music, and the dig sites. That's about it as far as anything that this map has to do with Origins. There is nothing lore-wise, there is nothing tying it other than those things. And I guess the general, like, 4 portals and secret area, like kind of like Agartha, but a lot worse. Something that I didn't realize, and when I initially played the map, I remember thinking, oh wow, this area is so beautiful. This reminds me of something in Black Ops 3. Funny thing that I didn't figure out until today, this is just ripped straight from Extinction. Why? Like, there's so many just assets and ideas and things that they just ripped from a bunch of different places in this map. And maybe that's okay if the general idea of this map is that they're just trying to kind of combine all the different universes that they've created together. But there's absolutely nothing saying, like, there's no dialogue, there's nothing at all here of substance. And that's how the map feels when you play it. It feels empty, it feels just barren, and like they just didn't have the time to actually put in everything that they wanted to in the map. And you can kind of defend that by saying, hey, it's a tomb, of course it's going to be empty. But it's also a zombies map in a video game called Call of Duty, and it feels extremely undercared for and uninspired. Like, please tell me, why is the staff here? Why the ice staff specifically as well? Why don't we have all 4 staffs if we're doing staffs? We just have the ice staff. Okay, if we're going to do one staff, why not have a different staff that's not, like having a dark ether staff or something that homages to Origins but isn't just a straight rip from that map. And if you're going to rip stuff from that map, rip a bunch of stuff, not just 3 random, just the score, the dig sites, and the staff. Also, dig sites, where? Also, they were in Terminus. Like, these dig sites are absolutely just pointless. They were in Terminus, and they still are in this map. Like, I barely ever find them, and they never have anything of use in them. And it's not like you can get a golden helmet or anything, because there's no robot. Like, what? It's just pointless. It's stupid. And there's a lot of areas of the map that just feel like there was supposed to be something here, but there really isn't. For instance, the big fountain area, the big waterfall area. Like, it just feels like there was supposed to be something here, but there's not. It's empty other than one Easter egg step and then quick revive. This map isn't horrible if it were a fan map in B03, but if for a Treyarch made map, what are we doing? Like, y'all could have taken another month at least and made this map and made it 10 times better. Like, I haven't even gotten to the boss fight. Dude. Huh? Why are we're fighting an artifact, the Sentinel artifact. Oh, wow, a B04 reference. It's not a reference, it's literally from B04, but still, why? Why are we fighting this artifact? Why is the boss fight so lame? It honestly wouldn't be that lame if, like, the Sentinel artifact, I don't know if it became something, if we had an original boss zombie, not the Mangler again, but this time it shocks you. Also, that was already in Modern Warfare 3 zombies. At least I'm told. I didn't play the game because I didn't want to waste my time. Honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have with this game because the amount of care that they put into this map is just, it's none. They just threw it together. This feels, it's just garbage. Like, yeah, it looks good, and I feel like the Easter egg itself, like the steps of it, it's quick, it's easy, it's not bad. I'm all right with them, but one, what is this boss fight? And two, why are we not given any kind of cutscene that, like, you might as well have not even given us an exit cutscene for what we got. We got the crew touching the artifact and then getting in a helicopter. Like, just give us the exfil cutscene, dude. Like, you might as well have not given us a cutscene. You might as well have just had us beat the boss, a bunch of drops spawn, and then it just continues the game. There was really no point in this. And all this random assortment of just collage of things just makes the map feel generated. Again, like I said earlier, like, AI was heavily used here. I'm trying to get at the point that they're abusing AI. Yeah, no, they are absolutely abusing AI in the making of this game. I mean, using your logic alone, using a little noodle alone, we can deduce the frequency of maps coming out in this game is a little odd. In every other game, it's like once every 3 to 4 months, and in this game, it's been once every month. Just seems a little suspicious to me if you ask me. Yeah, I don't see a way that they're not using AI to generate a bunch of stuff in these maps, which, you know, if it's to help kind of streamline the process, and if you're not sacrificing the, you know, human creativity and engineering of the map, then okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not against AI. I think AI is a very helpful, cool tool, but I do think that people abuse it a lot, and they have been. For instance, like, just the whole AI art thing is so dumb to me, because art is specifically a hobby and a passion that humans have, right? It is an expression of our emotion and lives. Why are we just gonna say, make a robot do it so I can get a cheap dollar? What, like, why? Especially if you're gonna make your fans pay for the art. Also, just pay your voice actors. It's not that hard. You've been doing it for years. Stop trying to cut out the middleman and say, well, we have your voice, we're just going to use it, and da-da-da-da-da. Just pay people. Just give people, you are a $1 billion company. Stop being so stingy, you greedy assholes. Stop trying to take the humanity out of your product. It's okay to use AI as a tool, in my opinion, like I said, as it's intended to be used, but to use it in replacement of humans and creativity is stupid and makes your product lifeless and meaningless. I honestly don't have insanely high hopes for this game. I remember when I first booted it up, I wanted so badly for this game to be a revival for the series and the community, but honestly, the zombies community is dead as hell. Like, and it's not coming back. The people have just changed. Everybody's grown up. You know, I was in middle school when I was watching this stuff and like Z House and all that stuff. I'm a full grown adult. I got a came balls. But the community is just not there, and I don't think they're ever going to come back the way they used to. Of course, you'll still have people that are excited about it, but it's more of a quiet fan base and not a creator space, in my opinion. And the games are just never going to be as good as they used to be. I think these past games have truly shown that the people and the teams that made the original Zombies titles, those first 4 games, were truly exceptional developers. Jason Blundell and Jimmy Zielinski and Craig Houston and all the other people that helped make those original 4 games were truly like on their A game, that just absolute insanely good developers that knew what made a good game and what players wanted. And I don't think the devs working on these games are bad. I just don't think that they are on that level. Like, I think we had some people with true, like, mad talent back in the day, and now, although we still have talented devs, they're definitely not on that level. And that's okay. It is what it is. Their games are still fun and entertaining, but just, I don't believe they'll ever be on that level unless we see somebody else with that kind of mind come in and develop. But also, Activision themselves is just constantly shooting themselves in the foot. They're constantly just shooting their studios down. And I don't see a way that there aren't people with great ideas that are just absolutely getting thrown out. Like, not the people, but the ideas that they have are just getting thrown out in service of this algorithm that shows them, oh, well, that's not going to make us money because the computer told us that. And that's really the way a lot of businesses operate now, and it's a lot of flawed businesses that operate that way. Instead of, using their own brains and eyes to see what people like and what brings in the money the most, they decide to let the computer do it, which is stupid. They will never reach the same heights they did in Black Ops 3 with those sales and those numbers unless they let their studios have the same creative free will that they used to let them have back in those times during those games. But they simply refuse to do this because computer tells me I make more money this way. It's so stupid. It's all money. It's all because of money. But that's the way the world works and the way things go, and you just kind of have to accept it. Honestly, I'll play every map that gets released for this game, but I'm probably only playing through them one time, doing the Easter egg, having fun with that, and then dipping off to doing better things, because I simply cannot care any less. Sorry if that seemed very pessimistic, but I'm just over COD. I'm over zombies. It's still a fun game, just not like it used to be. And a big part of that is just the community not being there. Anyway, yesterday I was watching Dragon Ball Daima.